So the title of this talk is Longyamen, Singapore's sea stories during the Chola period. I stated it. The starting date of this period is 1025, but I don't have a definite end date of this period. But I estimate it is about 1286, around 1286. Sorry. They already know. They already know. Yeah. So regarding the Malayu in Chinese text, okay, in this lecture, when I use the word Malayu, I'm referring to Kingdom of Malayu, not our Malay friend. Okay, so when Chinese talk about referring to Singapore, they call us Malayu. Okay, since the first record is about 645, and then the last mention of Malayu is 1301. So after that, Chinese texts still mention Malayu, but it's not referring to the kingdom. It's referring to our Malay friend. So there's a difference. So we know that Chinese texts mention it. The first mention in this 645, the last one, 1301. 1301. Okay, so there's a long period of these Malayu kingdoms. So after this, starting from this 1225, there's a new name was used, Longyamen, and later Longyamen, and later on the map, on the Chinese sea sailor map, actually not the map, router, always use the word Longyamen or Tamasik. Okay, so and no more using the words Melayu. So actually I prepared one whole list. I'm not sure some of you may be able to see the next page. Okay, page 9. You can see the one whole list of this Chinese, Tamil and Malay mention of Malay documents mention of Melayu and Longyamen. So the first mention of this Melayu was in this Tang Dynasty, New Tang Dynasty history. This is official history. So, but there are other documents mention it, and all the three documents are official documents. So they got their documents. So they got their record from the Chinese government. So the record is quite accurate. So I mentioned only 645 once, okay, because just to shorten the list, okay, because the mention of this Melayu in Tang Dynasty government documents are actually quite a lot, a few mention of it. So I just recorded once. So then there's another two records by the same person, a monk from Tang Dynasty called Yi Jin. So he mentioned Melayu multiple times, so many times that I give out of counting it. Okay, so he is not only mentioned Melayu, he also went to Melayu, stayed there for a few months, traveled to this Kedah, and then changed the ships to India. So he is not just mentioned Melayu. He's actually the first-hand record of Melayu. He visited Melayu, so he know Melayu. So his record is almost impossible. It's almost I would say the best document we can have about Melayu. Okay. So the Yi Jin mention of Melayu are mainly on this 672 and then 672, and then when that is on his way to India. So he stayed in India for 10 years, and then he come back this part of the world, and he stayed for another few years in Jambi, and then before he come back to Jambi, he stayed in Singapore for I think 4 months, also for transshipments, transferring. Okay, so yes.
Sorry everyone to disrupt. To be able to find the document, the link that you first signed up on the one that you signed up for this event, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, there's a small hyperlink that says your device does not support viewing this document online. Click here to download. You'll be able to access Dr. Thai's wonderful slides from there. Thank you.
Okay. So in 1025, there's another documents written by Indian, and it was recorded in a temple. It's known as Tanjong inscription. Okay, this temple was located in Tamil Nadu, and the name of the temple is the Great Lord Temple, and it's a huge temple, and there are a lot of inscription around the base of the wall. Okay, so I will show it to you later on. So after that, in 1225, there's one Chinese official called Zhao Rukuo. He's the shipping superintendent of Quanzhou, one of the busiest port of the time, and he mentioned Longyamen, and he made a very important mentioning of the trade volume of Singapore, and I will show it to you later. That is the record in 1225. So after that, the next mention, and 1225 is the first mention of Longyamen. So when after the Tanjong inscription, Tanjong inscription is about the Chola expedition to the Southeast Asia. So and after the Chola expedition to Southeast Asia, the name of Melayu changed to Longyamen by the Chinese officer. So but in the 1281, when this Mongol army trying to attack Melayu, they mentioned Melayu again. Okay, but for a short period of time. The person leading the expedition was Sulaiman and Samsuddin. I mentioned, nobody mentioned that he's attacking Melayu because it just mentioned that this person was issued with 1,500 soldiers, and it was given a title. Actually, is pacification officer. When the ambassador or envoy with the pacification officer, he actually with soldiers, he actually is a military activities. It's not just a normal envoy, not just a normal diplomatic mission. So, and what happened is that just 6 months later, Samsuddin sent a report back to the Chinese court, and it mentioned that they need that their ship are spoiled, and they need more manpower, they need more food, and they need more ships. The Kublai Khan agreed, provided them I think only food, but not sure whether they provided them with new army. So from this incident, I know that popularly they got resistance from Melayu, and so they were rejected, and that is not the end of it, because very soon they come back again. Okay, and there's very interestingly in 12 there's one Malay inscription dated to 1286. It's known as this Padang Loko inscription. It mentioned Bumi Melayu. Most people thought that this this statue is moved, not in situ. So it's moved. So I believe, and the inscription mentioned that this is Amogambasa, a god, the statue of a god that sent from Java to Bumi Melayu. So why they do that? Because Amogambasa is not any god. It's a protector of Melayu. It's a protected something like St. George to England. So they that status. So some researchers have mentioned that Javanese send that to insert their influence, but to me, I think it's not, because in 1281, Melayu was under attack, and the next country got attacked in 1292 is Java, and Java know exactly what is going to happen, so they actually try to make friends with Melayu and send this, say, okay, you have successfully protected your country. I send you this god. That is my explanation to it. Okay. How? And in 1292, there's another Italian record about it, about Malayu. It's by Marco Polo, well-known Marco Polo. And in 1293, the record about Malayu are all about the attack of Java. So probably after 10 years of preparation, the Mongol started to attack these Javanese. So and just before they attack Melayu, attack this Java, this Mongolian, they actually sent a group of envoy to Southeast Asia country to ask them to surrender, including Melayu, and Melayu surrendered. Okay, so this time they didn't resist. So the last mention, so after the surrender, the mention of Melayu become lesser, and in 1301, that's the last mention of it. In 1304, the words Longyamen come back again, and it was used for until 1325. But after that, on Cheng Ho chart, all these documents still use it. Okay, but after 1325, the name used is actually Temasek. Okay, so that's my basic listing of this Chinese mention of Singapore, Asian Singapore. So for those who, because there are a lot of argument where is Malayu, okay, a lot of argument. So because that's the other lecturer. So for those interested, just search a bit, and then you'll know why I place this Melayu in Singapore instead of Jambi. Okay. Okay. So next slide, slide 10. The Melayu in this Tamil text. So this is the Tamil text that I'm emphasize a lot today. So it basically describes the expedition of Chola to Southeast Asia. So it mentioned of this Srivijaya overflow with large heap of treasure, and then they mentioned a few Southeast Asia kingdoms, so including Melayu. And it mentioned that, okay, the Asian Melayu with the strong mountain for its rampart. Rampart is the structure that support the city wall. So for those who are interested in Singapore history, you actually know that there was a old city in Singapore, directly under our modern city. So, and the location we are here, maybe 100 meter southwards, that is the city wall. Okay, so Buddhists mentioned that there are only three walls. What happened? Because the north side is a mountain, and the wall is go around go around the mountain and then it disappeared. So this is exactly the description of this Melayu have a strong mountain for its rampart. It's part of the city wall, part of the defense of the city. So the hill is the Fort Canning Hill, the hill that we are now is part of the defense. Okay. So I can't show you the Tanjong inscription in slides 11. So that is the Tanjong inscription. Okay, they are just not just one. That temple is a huge temple. There are a lot of inscription under it. Okay. So and let's go to slide 12. Melayu in this Tamil text. So it mentioned this Chola inscription mentioned Sriwijaya, mentioned Panay, mentioned Melayu, mentioned Irudingan, and many others. So I just need to pick 3 of it. Okay, there is Srivijayan. Most researchers place it to Palembang. I place this Sriwijaya to Jambi. So most researchers place Melayu at Jambi. I place Sriwijaya at Jambi. So and for Melayu, I place it at Singapore. So most researchers place it at Jambi. So there's one location that most researcher has no idea where is it. So the name of that location is called Melvi Lambangan. So normally they just say, oh, unknown. To me, because Mel in Tamil is if correct me if I'm wrong, is upper or west part upper. Okay, so it is probably mean Upper Limbang. So Palembang is probably means Upper Limbang or something like this. Okay, so that's my opinion. And for those of you who can access, now go to slide 13. You will see what's that called? A map. Okay, you can click into the map, and then you can, after clicking into the map, there are a lot of locations. There are the locations that mentioned by the Chola inscription, and each location you click in and you'll see a photo. If you click the photo, you'll see more photo of that ruin, of that structure. Okay, except 3 locations. There is the Great Nicobar. Great Nicobar is probably because it's most of the time is not accessible, so probably not enough job was done there. The other location that have no ruin was the Palembang. Okay, Palembang to me is quite a late location. It's not as what some researchers thought it was the capital city. No, it don't even have a proper ruin site there. Okay, archaeological site. The third location that don't have a ruin is Singapore. You'll notice that I dropped my pin at this Suisianmen Zhongxin. That is the High Street Center. The reason is that there is a name at that location. It's known as Water God Gate, but we don't know why. And if you look at the Chinese ships, the port side of the ships is listed Suisianmen. So that is probably the location that the ships called it, and then the gate was called there, that by the name also. Okay, that's my explanation. Okay. So another important this document that I want to mention is the the Malay Annual. It was written around 1612. It mentioned that, okay, let's go to slide 15. So it mentioned that this Chola, Raja Suran in this Malay, this version of Malay Annual, was fighting with Raja Cholan. Some researcher already mentioned that they probably are the same person, okay, or they are the one of the general of Chola expedition. So we say this Raja Suran was advancing to Temasek, and then it was reported their movement was known by the Chinese. So the Chinese emperor conducted a cabinet meeting. So one of the cabinet minister come up with an idea. So he ordered to send a ships, okay, fill the ship with needles, and then make sure that the needle is rust. And then he selected a few very old gentlemen without teeth, very old, and then planted a tree in the ships and then sent it to Singapore, to Temasek. So when these ships reached Temasek, the Chola heard it. So this Chola sent somebody to ask why. So what happened? What happened? So the old man on the ship said, okay, I set off at the age of 12 years old. So and now I'm without teeth. And then he said this needle was as thick as your arm, as thick as your arm, but it's now as thin as a needle. So Chola, so the Malay Annual mentioned that, okay, because of this, Chola emperor decided not to go to China because he think that is too far away. So this is a very, very interesting story, but is there any truth in it? Yes. Okay. We just need to pick up which part is true, which part is what's that? The literature. Okay. So the true part is the Chola was trying to reach China. So Malay know it, Chola know it, China know it. Okay. So and the next thing that we know from this story, we know that Chola was in Singapore. Stay in Singapore. Okay. So anything untruth? Yes. Chola didn't stop in Singapore. Did not just stop in Singapore. They actually reached all the way to China. Okay. In fact, Chola has contacted China even before their expedition. So just now I've mentioned that to some of the attendees, I say that probably during the first expedition not the first expedition, the first mission to China, they probably have some difficulty. So they are sending this their expedition to Southeast Asia to make sure that the road is safe. That's my explanation. Okay. So let's go to this slide 18. So slide 18, I said Chola was in China. So the Chinese recorded it. Okay. And most importantly, Chinese treat Chola as Sanfochi, Srivijaya. Very strange. Okay, for a period of time. Okay. Okay, it mentioned that the Chinese recorded, okay, on the 6th of November 1015, Chola paid tribute to Emperor Song Zhenzong, okay, and 1034 again, 1077 again. So what made me so interested in their visit of China is that they actually make a big hoo-ha there. Okay, you know why? Because Chinese have very strict ritual into the court. You have a very strict ritual. Even the what's that? The numbering. You are the number. How many numbers of your serious number is important because that show your status. Normally you don't change it. Okay, so Chola did something very unusual. So this Chinese record mentioned that 驻年, there's the words Chinese use for Chola. 驻年 and Sanfoqi envoy are here to pay tributes. They kneel at the step and lead the step that lead into the throne, okay, and scattered pearl, camphor, and gold lotus flower. So this is very unusual. Was no other country did that, and this is the only record in China mentioned this ritual. Okay. So and they called it 撒电. 撒电 means scattering at the step. So and then there's another record mentioned that in 1090, Sanfoqi, this time it just mentioned Sanfoqi, it didn't mention 驻年. Okay, it say Sanfoqi sent envoy Piwa, deputy Hua Xiang, and assistant Deva Kala here. So in the court, they use gold lotus to hold the pearl and camphor and scattered the pearl at the steps. So the emperor given a title to this Piwa and his assistant. But on the way they back home, one of his assistant passed away. So the Chinese emperor also sent a present, not a present. What's that called? You know, when if you go to Chinese funeral, they'll give you some money at the funeral. So Chinese emperor give this assistant 750 meters, equivalent to 750 meters of this fur pigs, okay, as funeral gifts. So so these are the mention of Chola in Chinese record. Most importantly, this record actually treated Chola and Sanfoqi as one country. So you mentioned the two incidents that they scattered the Sadian, although recorded in two different places, but they are referring to one incident. So one of the record mentioned two countries, the other record mentioned one country. Okay, so one of the reasons is that the record mentioned only the Sanfoqi is because that is the bibliography of Sanfoqi. So that's probably the reason why didn't mention Chola. Okay, but we know that Chinese referring when Chinese mention Sanfoqi or Chola, they actually refer to one country. Okay. So from this record, we know that from 1225, that's the expedition of Chola, until this incident, 1090, and later there's another mention of 驻年 and Chola and Sanfoqi in 1106. So we know that between these 100 over years, Chola remained in Southeast Asia. Okay. So is there any? Let's look at slides 20. Slide 20 is a stela found at Guangdong in 1958. So what is it about? It mentioned that Chola donated a Chinese temple. So we know that their Srivijaya donated temple in India, right? In that's a very this most of us know this stories, but we seldom know that Chola also donate a temple in other country. So and at least one is known. There is this temple in Guangdong. So the so this inscription was first mentioned by this Tan Yok Song, that's Chen Yusong, a Singaporean. So he written a paper and published in 1964. But because he just that was just a few years, 6 years after the discovery of that inscription. So he's very what is it called? He got the news really fast. Okay, especially during that period of time, he get that piece of information really fast. But because of this, if you look at the photo of that inscription, the center is broken. So I use a copy of this Chenhua Canton Gazetteer to fill in the form, fill in the gaps. So so all the missing words are fill in already. So it mentioned basically about the incidents of this Chola donating this temple to the Chinese emperor to celebrate his birthday. Okay, so you can see their relationship is excellent. So good that they donated. That is not that is very expensive because not just donate the structure, he also donate the land that provide everybody in the temple, provide all the needs for everybody in the temple. That's incredible. So in this inscription, it mentioned one person, one name. The name is Di Hua Jia Luo. So this person was known as the ruler of this Sanfoqi, there's Jambi, the ruler of Jambi. So, but Tan Yik Song found out that you say this Diwa Kalo was actually Kalotunga Chola. So that is the emperor of Chola. So there's another mention of Chola in Chinese documents again. So and this is another document mentioned that Chola and Sanfoqi, there's Jambi. At least Jambi is the capital city, so of the whole Sanfoqi, so are the same same country. Okay. So if you want to look at, there are more about these incidents. Look at this page 23. Gu Yan will mention about Diwakalo passed away the next year. That is 1080s. So that create problems because Telok Tonga did not pass away in 1080s, 1080, probably 1090. Oh, sorry, 1122. That is the mainstream. What mainstream thought about this Kalotunga Chola date, passing date. So so there are some still some arguments, but but most of the mainstream believe that this person is the Kalotunga of Chola. Okay. So let's talk about Sang Nila Utama. We know that because we thought we were taught about our history, saying that our Singapore first king was Sang Nila Utama. I believe it's not, okay, but there's some reason to believe that this title is related to Chola, okay. So the mention of this Sang Nila Utama recorded in this Malay Annual of Malay Annual. For example, the Shalaber mentioned that the Nila Tanan prince, okay, Nila Tanan was this Sang Nila Utama. So, and then another record being stated in 1938, translated another version of this Malay Annual, and he mentioned that the ruler of Palembang is Tau Sang Utama. So, and he mentioned that there was a white cow, and from the form of the white cow, there's a person called Puff, and this person conducted a ritual, and after the ritual, the ruler of Palembang was have a new title called Seri Shobana. Okay, Seri Shobana. Okay, so what's so special about this? Okay. Okay, firstly, let's talk about this Utama. The name of this Utama is quite common in Chola. There are a few prince with a name called Utama. In fact, some at least two emperor of this Chola was called Utama. So this is a very common name in Chola. So most importantly, the title Trabana or Seri Trubana is actually the title of Chola. So a Palembang king is actually holding a title used by Chola. That is very interesting. Okay. So let's move forward to slides 30. The name of Longyamen. So probably because of this Chola was here, so there are very little mention about Singapore during the Song Dynasty. So I tried to find everything, and at last I found some three mention of it, and probably one of it probably nobody thought it was Singapore. Okay, so the first one is in 1015. There's a mention that there's when Chola was paying tributes to China, it mentioned that it go through a location called Manshan Suikou. Manshan in Chinese, Man means a southerner. Okay, Manshan is the hill, the south hill. So the Suikou is the passage. So the South Hill Passage, where is it? Probably the southern point of Asia, right? Singapore. So, but that is not a name. That is just mentioned. That's a geographical feature. Okay. So the proper mention of Singapore name is actually Longyamen by this Zhao Rukuo, the shipping superintendent of Quanzhou. So he is the first person who used the proper name of Longyamen. So after that, but he is also the only person who used the word Longyamen, because after him, the name changed to Longyamen. Okay. So because Longyamen is a perfect Chinese name. So some people suggest that. So some people suggest that Longyamen is a Chinese name. I don't think so. Okay. this name is probably come from the word Lingram. For those who know Tamil, probably know what is that. Okay, uh, what is it? Okay, I believe it's referring to the Belaya stone of the Patu Belaya at the mouth of the west entrance of Cable Bay. Okay, so this Patu Pelaya was known as Lord's wife by British, okay, Varela del China by Portuguese, okay. So the Chinese probably call it Longyamen. So this rock was blast by this British engineer to widen up the entrance so that the better ships can go into the new harbor. So in page 32, you can take a look of how it was look like in 1825. So this is quite a very rare drawing of that of this piece of stones, because there's another piece. That's what we saw in this Labrador Park. There's a plug there, and then there's a photo there. You'll see that that's another photo. That's the only two painting or drawing that we know about this piece of stone. Otherwise, basically every information is gone. So let's talk about the trade of Longyamen. I mentioned that starting of my lecture, I mentioned that the trade volume of this Longyamen was huge. Okay, so it is recorded in this Zhao Ru Kuo, the shipping superintendents of the shipping superintendents of this of Quanzhou. So it mentioned that if you sail from Quanzhou 180 degrees southwards, okay, you probably take more than 1 month to reach Singapore. That's Longyamen, the Longyamen that you mentioned. So we are talking about this trade of this Longyamen. This is a very important piece of information, so I have to talk about it slightly more. Okay, this piece of information is recorded by Zhao Rukuo. This is the person, the shipping superintendent of Quanzhou, one of the busiest port. Okay, at that time, he mentioned that to travel from Quanzhou 180 degrees southwards, you reach this Longyamen around after slightly more than a month. So you trade there 1/3 of your cargo. Then you travel to Sanfocci. So that provide the trade volume of Singapore, the roughly the trade volume of Singapore, equivalent to about half, if not more than half, the size, the train size of this Jambi. And Jambi was the superpower at that time. And you can imagine this at that time, Singapore was a very busy port. So because it just mentioned that the next port is Sanfocci, it didn't mention that after Sanfocci where the ship goes to. So if the ships only go to Singapore and Sanfocci, then Singapore trade volume is equal to half of Sanfocci. So if the ship go to Sanfocci and maybe go to Java, for example, then the trading size will be more than half of the Sanfocci. Okay? So this is just a very simple calculation. So I have to go through really fast. So I don't want to go through this. You can just you can download it and read about it. So next thing, so since I talk about all this information are just recorded text. So is there any physical proof? And I myself is an archaeologist, and I actually should be more emphasized on these physical items, material items. So that. I'm sorry, I forgot to. Okay. There was an excavation in 2015. Excuse me. So at this Emperor's Place, very near here. So just beside the ECM. So the area of excavation was about 1,000 square meter, and there are 3 tons of relics was found, mainly Chinese ceramics and local earthenware. So in 2019, I was tasked to analyze the ceramics, part of the ceramics, not all the ceramics, part of the ceramics. So about 200 kg of the ceramics was analyzed. That's about 10% of the total ceramics assemblage. So according to the preliminary analysis, there are over 52% of the ceramics made in China, and 39 is 40% made in Singapore or Southeast Asia or India. So so this is one of the okay, I show it to you. Okay, Fujian ware is accounted for 22% of the shed analyzed. So and they are found they are produced in Chizhao, mainly from Chizhao. So over 87% of Fujian ware are made in Chizhao. That's those ceramics that are analyzed. And among the Chizhao ware, more than 54% are wine bottle. So Singaporeans were drinking a lot. Okay. And what is the container? This is the container. So this is container. This item is known as a small mouth jar in Chinese. There are some argument about what it is used for. A lot of these archaeologists, especially archaeologists, thought that this is a mercury jar. It may be used for containing this mercury after the wine drinking, but its original use is actually wine jar. Okay, for example, this is a mural found in the tomb of Zhang Siqin, dated to he passed away in 1116. So depicted how this mural depicted how this jar was used. So if you are having a party, okay, you will have this small little table with 3 holes, and then the jar will stick into the holder, and then put under the table. So when you want to drink, you just take it out, pour it, and then you put it back. So there are no no problem of topping over. So people are asking me, how come people use this jar? Because it just it will just top over, because it is the center of gravity is so high. So, but if you know how it was used, you will actually know that it won't topple, because it has a holder. When you use it, it has a holder. So this is how it was used. Okay. So this is a lot in Singapore. Okay. So is there any proof to show that Chinese exported wine Because we know that Chinese exported silk, tea, ceramics, and for some archaeologists, we know that Chinese exported a lot of iron. But almost nobody know that actually wine is one of the main export of China. Okay, and there are some documents can prove it. Okay, so in this year, 1222, it said that there's a argument in the cabinet of what to do. So so one of the officers said that okay, the imperial court set up these superintendents as Quanzhou and Guangdong, okay, because they want to encourage the word they use is islander to come to trade here. So and they mentioned specifically, they said islander one, 瓷器, that is porcelain, okay, or stoneware. Min, that is tea leaves. And this is an unusual word. It means li. It means wine in Chinese. Okay, it's a low alcohol wine, fermented for a very short period of time. It's not those fermented for a long time. It's just fermented for a few days. So it's a very low alcohol content of wine. So from this record, we know that actually Chinese not just export silk, not just export porcelain. Chinese export a lot of this wine. Okay. So and one of these items we found here is related to our topic here. Why? Because this item is made in China, but Chinese don't use it. So it's specially made for overseas market, like Singapore. And we found a lot of, this thing is called candy. Candy is used for washing hand. Somebody believe it's used for religion-related ritual also. But it's okay, but it's for holding water, for you to pour water. So this item shows that there's a very strong Indian influence, because this is an item that used in India. Okay, and Chinese totally don't use it. Chinese totally don't use this thing. Okay, and we are very lucky that Singapore Chinese Ceramic Society Bourgeois one is outside, so you can actually see how does it look like. Okay, exactly the same color. It's very unusual. Okay, other colors of this type of wear are green color, so and black color. So this is just one of the color. Yellow color is one of the color. So it also means something that this Chinese ceramics industry, they actually accept order that they specially catered for customer. They did it for this Changsha Yao, the ACM ceramics. Most of us here know. The Changsha Yao did it. This Zizao Yao did it also. Okay. So this is another piece of item, very interesting, because this is an item excavated from the Q side, not from Singapore. So this shed is excavated in Singapore. So why I put it together? Because I want to show that this type of decoration, the stem decoration, was produced for a short time during this Northern Song dynasty to early Southern Song dynasty. So if we can find this very early item, and this item can be proof because it was written here. This item is 1161, year 1161 is written on it. So we know this type of item is dated to 12th century, early 12th century. So that means Singapore already traded in early 12th century. Okay, very good proof of it. So then, besides we drink a lot of wine, we drink tea also. Okay, this is a tea making vessels. So basically, for you to pound or grind the tea leaves into powder. In Song Dynasty, the way that the Chinese drink tea using this tea leaf was quite late, was developed quite late. Don't ask why, but it was earlier it was in powder form. Before you drink, you have to grind it into powder, and then you add hot water, and you stir it very fast, and then turn a lot of bubble, exactly like how Japanese drink tea. Okay, so this is one of the way to make tea. You grind the tea leaves, and there's a very small group of Chinese Singaporeans still practice this tea drinking method. Okay, in Singapore, in some of the at least I know in Boon Lay, Boon Lay hawker center, there's still have one store selling this kind of tea. Okay, you can try. Oh, I have no relation with them. Okay, so Guangdong Ware, that was the above two. This one and this one are Guangdong Ware. So Guangdong Ware was accounted for about 82% of the analyzed ceramics, and they are mainly large jar. Okay. So, conclusion. The record of the ships from Quanzhou traded one-third of the goods in Longyamen before proceeding to Sanfuqi, there's Jambi, and other ports prove that Longyamen was a very prosperous port in 1225. So there are some perceptions that we need to change. Okay, our history don't start from 1819, okay, or 1299. Okay, so there was a record about 200 to 300 battleship of Longyamen in Wang Dayuan's 岛夷之列. Regardless of the size, 200 to 300 ships, and to command this 200 to 300 ships is quite difficult. So to command this 200 and 300 ships to fight in the sea battle, we show that the Longyamen was quite a powerful sea force. Okay, and it also showed that the prosperity of the port actually lasts at least from Zhao Rukua 1225 to the year when this Zhong Dayuan written this, that is 1330. So exactly about 100 years. So probably more, because there are no mention about it before that. Okay, I believe starting from Chola, Singapore already started to trade with China very frequently. Okay, that's just my opinion. So hopefully you enjoy it. Okay, thank you.